There are infinite layers of sounds that surround us each and every day, but we never actually take the time to slow down, actively listen, and dissect each one of those sounds. In this video, I'm going to share 6 life-changing reasons why you just need to listen. By the end of this video, you'll be ready to reap the amazing benefits that such a simple skill, such as listening, has to offer. 1. Listening encourages you to pause throughout the day, remembering moments that would otherwise just fall into the abyss. Let me read you guys a passage from one of my journal entries that highlights the beauty that reveals itself to you when you slow down and just listen. I am sitting here quietly and listening. I won't have this moment again. Most likely, I will forget the finer details of this day. I will forget looking out the window and seeing how the sun hit the tree so beautifully, and the sound of its branches swaying in the wind. I'll forget the peace it instilled in me, and for once I do not want this day to blend into all the others. I want to remember its finer details and all of its sounds, because it deserves appreciation. I don't like to think of all the beautiful moments and days that I've forgotten due to busyness. They fall into a genetic category of everyday life, but I hope to start remembering and appreciating everyday life more. That way, it won't all fly by so fast. That way, I can actually experience my life to the absolute fullest, in the smallest of appreciations and emotions. I can be here, now, and remember the awe you experience when you do that and when you listen. 2. Listening encourages you to be less of a judgmental and less of a reactive person. So often when we're in conversations with people, we listen to reply rather than to understand. We're just sitting there waiting for someone to finish speaking so that we can interject. Instead, make it your goal to try and let go of your ego and be okay with the fact that a conversation isn't centered around you. In the next conversation you have, decide to take the listening seat. This may come more naturally to some than others, but just make that your goal in your next conversation. Listen to understand rather than to reply. 3. Listening encourages you to hear the voice that does not use words. And I don't mean this in a religious kind of way, I mean it more in a spiritual kind of way, more in the way of the universe's signs and guidance. So by listening more frequently, like I said, you're going to be more open to the universal language that does not use words. It'll make you more receptive to the guidance and signs that the universe is trying to offer you. If you have not yet noticed in your life, most of the signs you receive come in stillness and in solitude. So if you're feeling like you need more guidance or you're feeling like you need more signs from the universe, listen more. 4. Listening helps you connect with the present moment. And this is so important because each moment only happens once. You're never going to experience the moment you're experiencing right now ever again. Each moment is entirely unique and can only be experienced once. I'm gonna tell you a story about this. I was at a Coldplay concert last summer and the band asked for no one to record the song that they were about to sing because they wanted that moment to be experienced only by the people there, to be fully experienced not through a phone camera but in our seats. He just wanted us to listen, be present, and soak in that moment because it will only happen once. Listening can show you that. So whenever you feel like you're lacking presence, pause for a second and focus on one sound you hear around you. There may be an infinite layer of sounds, but pick one sound and specifically focus on that one. Or another way to become present instantly is to try and focus on the silence that exists behind all sounds. That will instantly make you feel at peace. By using your senses, you can always come back into presence. This kind of goes off of what I've been saying, but number 5 is that listening can instill a sense of peace like no other thing can. In this sense, listening is able to reveal to you what our ultimate goal of our human experience is, which is to just be at peace. And number 6 is something that everyone has probably heard of before and everyone should know of, but listening essentially makes people feel safe, loved, and heard. And we want to make other people feel that way so that we feel that way in return too. That wraps up the 6 reasons why you should listen. Listening is such a basic and fundamental principle, yet most of us go days without even intentionally listening. Some of us maybe have not even intentionally listened in years. We rarely think about its importance. So in order to get back into the habit of listening, I find it easier to use non-human made sounds. I close my eyes and I start to list 5 sounds that I can hear right now that would typically go unnoticed. So right now I can hear a car, I can hear my own voice, I can hear construction in the distance, I hear the heater, and I think I can hear my own heartbeat. But if you can't list 5 sounds straight away, close your eyes and wait for 5 new sounds to come. Try and view sounds like experiences. We miss out on so many because of the busyness of our thoughts. But this practice can reveal to you the peace that exists within you at all times. It reveals to you a peace that you can conjure up at any time. And it reveals to you a peace that you can work towards being the norm. I hope this video encourages you to reevaluate the importance of a scale that we were taught when we were children. And I hope it encourages you to reintroduce it as an everyday practice as adults. What noises can you currently hear? Once again, modifications of any of this advice is completely okay. You guys are doing something that you can do, and that is something you should be proud of. I hope you were able to find the littlest of takeaways from this video given the lifestyle that you live and the conditions that you face. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you find a time to listen today, and I'll catch you on the flippity flop. Peace.